Today we're going to do a lesson about coverage reports and also work in a marketing assignment. Log into my HJ Yearbook, choose the year, and wait until you get to this screen. You're going to go to Run Reports. This is also accessible from the Pages view where you're working on your pages. It's called Coverage Reports. So click on Coverage Reports, then click on Refresh. It's going to populate how many people we have in the book, how many times they're in the book, and if they have bought a book or not. I'm going to show you ways to filter that information. And it does take a minute to refresh and reset. All right, first let's start with how many people are in the book way too many times. Click on excessive. There are two different types of people who are in the book way too many times. We have folks like on the newspaper staff, Dominic here. We have another staff member. Here's Christina Chrisman. Heather. Okay. Heather's really not in the book 32 times. Heather has probably been pictured in the book in her class section. She's probably on the yearbook staff page, maybe one other place, but most of these, about 29 or 30 of these, are probably her photo buys. I wish there was a way we can turn that off so it doesn't look like Heather is in the book 32 times, but that is some misleading information. So if you see staff members like Isabella and Stacy and so on, those insanely excessive numbers, that is not accurate information. It's just photo buys. I want you to pay attention to those people who are in the book 5, 6, 7 times. Shelby Ferris, Ryan Evans, Jackson Fisher. Okay, let's look at those three. Now, Jackson Fisher is a senior. This says he's in the book 6 times. Let's not count anything above page 173 because that's going to be his senior picture. It's going to be his senior baby photo, a senior ad, and probably where he is in the index. I do want to look at these page numbers before that, though. So anything before the people chapters. He's on page 13, 53, and 55. Now, if he plays a sport, of course he's going to be in the team pictures. We can't take him out of that. But maybe let's look at some of the stuff, maybe a student life or an academic or something where it's not his club or his sport, just some random picture where he's maybe cheering at a pep rally or maybe he's sitting in an English class or something like that. And if you find that you have a better picture of somebody else that can go there or an equally good picture, then let's take that one out. I mean, he's already in the book 6 times. Let's take that down to 5 and put somebody else in his place. Not that I don't like, any of these people. It's just that when we look at these numbers and we're not talking about staff members, but when we're looking at people who are in the book 5, 6, 7, 8 times, let's figure out why. Is it because they really are in that many things? Then great for them. If it's just something random that we can switch out for a different person who's in the book far less, let's do that. So look through this list. Go ahead and pause this for right now. Don't worry about anything that's red. But let's pause this and glance through here and let's see who we can maybe trade out for less frequently used people. The next thing I want you to do is go unclick excessive, click on low. Then I want you to click on bought a book. This means that these people are in the book none or 1 time, and their family has purchased a yearbook. Now, wouldn't it be sad if any of these people bought the $60 book and only saw their class picture? Look at all these people who are only pictured in the 100s. That means that's it. I really want you to concentrate on the people in the 12th grade. If you want to sort by grade, you can do that. You can sort by, small, and you can click it again. It'll go from 12th down to 9th. I want you to really look at those people and see, can we really, really put them someplace else? Look at their name, look at their grade, especially those seniors, and go, oh, I have a picture of William Dudley. I can put him on the page that I'm working on. Please, let's really try to get those people in there. We're going to try to get them quoted somewhere. We're going to try and include their picture. Go through this list right now. Go ahead and pause and see if there's anybody who sounds familiar that you have a photo of. You could work in a quote. You can work in somehow in the book besides just their one ID picture. When you have finished that, when you walked in, you got a stack of purple postcards. They say, high five, you're in the yearbook. And on the front page, it says on pages. On the back side, it has student, teacher, and some other information. Let's look at moderate and good. So make sure low and excessive are not checked. And let's not look at who bought a book. Let's figure out No book purchase. This means they're in the book a good amount of times, but they haven't purchased a book yet. Look at the back side of your card where it says student and teacher. On the top right-hand side, you have a letter of the alphabet. I have the letter B. So I'm going to go down to last name B. Now, fourth period, I want you to look at the first three people of your letter. Fifth period, I want you to look at the last three people of your letter. So fourth is at the beginning of the letter, fifth is at the end of the letter. But since I'm a fourth period and I have the letter B, I'm going to write down on my first card, Brenham Barnum under student. I'll find out to teacher later. And I'm going to check mark at the bottom, no, you have not ordered a yearbook yet. Please do so with the order form that's attached, and we're going to attach that later. So name on the purple postcard, then click or check mark, no, you have not ordered, because we've sorted by pictured but not a book purchased yet. Make sure you've unchecked the bought book. Again, if you're fifth period, you're dealing with the last three people. So go ahead and put your three people on the postcard. And then the last thing you have to do is go down to the yellow folder, the bottom of the screen, apps, journalism, yearbook, 2023, people lists, all student names with grade. And my first person was Barnum. What I like to do is I like to click on the letter A so that it highlights all of column A. And then you can go to find, Control F, find. I'm going to find my person. I think it was Barnum. There it is. I'm going to look up where this person is third period. This is their name, their grade, where they are third period, fourth period, and fifth period. I'm just going to write down Rogers. On the back side of the purple postcard, I have the student's name. Teacher, I'm going to write Rogers. If it's a common name like Smith or Williams, you need to put in, or Brown, H. Brown, R. Johnson. You see those letters right there. Please write down those if it does have the person's first name. Write down that information, and then you're done. Your three cards, once you're finished, are going to go to Aubrey, who's over by the windows. She's got a box of done ones, and you're going to pass them on to her, and these are going to get delivered to teacher mailboxes today. So once you have finished that, your purple postcards, you can move on to working on your pages.